So yeah, welcome. So basically, in this wonderful, wonderful individual reading, this will be for Gemini. This will be for Gemini reading for May 30th to June 6th of 2026. So you know what's going on for you, Gemini. I understand what you're going through in every single day, every single, how you're going to be evangelizing your own self, whatever it is. But that's how it goes in that way. It's like, you have to be truthful. You have to be accurate. You have to have your own way. You have to understand what was going on, and this is how it is. Because in that way, you have to put things into perspective, and you think to yourself like, this is the way of how it goes. This is the way of how it's going to be, right? This is how it is. And the truth is, in the way of how things are at the moment, you think to yourself and say, am I doing this the right way? Am I doing this, the way of how it works? It's the way how it works because, the way of this is, Gemini, whether you have a wonderful financial feeling, that's how it goes, right? So the way of this is how it goes. So let's see what's going on here. So you have the Magician is upright, you have skill, and the Strength card is upright because you want bravery. Now, these two are very interesting. So when you have skill, you have skill. When you have bravery, you have bravery, right? It's the way it works. And you have the ability to have the extra strength, So you might be dealing with an Leo as a fire sign. But with this is Gemini, whether you understand what it is, that's how it goes. It's like you have to have your own monologue of understanding, but with this is you have to understand that. Okay, that's how it goes. So between this lovely, interesting way of knowing what to do, that's how it goes. Because in that theory, you think to yourself, say, well, it's the way it works. This is how it is, and this is the way it works. So you have to understand what you're going through, no matter how it goes. So whether if you want to be brave about something, whether you do exactly how it goes, that's what it's going to be. But this is how it goes. So between you versus them, Gemini, this is how it goes in that way, because this is how it is, because this is the way it is at the moment, but you have to do that as it goes along, okay? So here we go. So the way how this is, Gemini, you have the Queen of Swords separate. You're showing your independence, right? It's independence is a wonderful feeling because you can do whatever you want. But the way this is, if you show your independence, that's how it goes. You're going to do well. You're going to, how it goes that way. So this is how it's going to be. For them, they have the King of Wands reversed. There's no leadership. So they have no leadership here. I have no idea. But the way this is, that's what it goes. So you understand what you're going through in that way, but there's always a way of knowing what to do. This is not a pick apart. This is not the way it works. But the way this is, it's for them as wonderful feeling. Okay? So let's see what's going on. Let me clarify the Queen of Swords for you, Gemini. Queen of Wands is alright. This is a charisma. Nine of Swords is no relationships. Four of Pentacles is no prosperity about money. Empress alright. There's structure. Two of Swords, yours. So you don't know which path you're going to take, Gemini. But what this is how it goes. So you have the Star is over. There's inspiration. Ace of Pentacles is no prosperity about money. Strength of yours is no bravery, so you're being scared. King of yours is no support. Eight of Pentacles you're now feeling having perfection. And three wands over there's communication. You want to communicate. So whether you have inspiration and you need to do it, that's how it goes, Gemini. So whether you might do it in a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, that's how it goes. You might do it in a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well, but that's how it's going to be. Okay, Gemini? Now for them, they have the King of Wands reversed. So they have the Four of Swords reversed, there's no recuperation. Four of Cups over, they want a distraction. Nine of Swords reversed, there's no, it's upright, but it's trauma. So they have trauma. What's this Four of Swords about? Page 1 reversed, there's no invention. Eight of Swords over, there's anxiety. Yeah, because they're basically thinking to themselves, it's like, am I doing this right way? Am I doing this the wrong way? It's like, did I do something wrong? Well, that's how it goes. It's like, you have to understand what you're going through in the way of this is. It's like, this is the way it works. And you have to understand that because, you have to understand that when you have anxiety, when you have trauma, it's basically for them because it's like they're saying, it's like, am I doing this right? Right? It's it's the way how it works. But it's like you're trying to play it as the right way. You're trying to have your own scope of things. But the way this is not a scope. This is not the things. You know, I'm not trying to make myself laugh here. But the way this is, Gemini, you have to stand between you versus them in this situation. Okay, that's how it goes. Now let me clarify this 3 wands here. Judgment Uranus is no action. Okay, what's this 8 of Swords here? Hangman Uranus is no restrictions. So you're not being restricted. So let me clarify this Judgment. Fool Uranus is no change. High Priestess Uranus is no invoice. Emperor Uranus is no structure. Empress over you have nourishment. So you want to be nourished because that's what you want, but that's how it goes. So you have to understand that, because in the way of this is, that's how it goes, because that's what it's going to be. You have to understand that, and you have to angle it the right way, and this is how it goes. So you have to have your own extra strength, and your extra strength is like, okay, this is how it goes. All right, I'm going to pan it out. That's what it seems to be, and this is how it goes. So you have to focus on your nourishment as well. Okay, Gemini, that's what it seems to be. For them, they have the Hangman Uranus. There's no restrictions. Judgment Uranus is no taking action. Star Uranus is no inspiration. Uranus is no guidance. Trust Uranus is no healing. Devil's upright. There's obsessive addictions. So they might be feeling like they have violence over you, Gemini. Like, you might be thinking to yourselves like, well, this is what's going on. This is why then, they're acting so stupid. But what this is like, why would they are acting so stupid? Why? You have to understand that, right? So whether you believe in that, that's what it's going to be, but you have to have your own recuperation, right? You have to recuperate. But what this is, for them, they are not recuperating. No, because they feel like there's violence here. It's like there was something that was, interesting about that, but why would they keep doing it? Why would they, this is how it goes. So, this is the way it seems to be. So let's see what's going on with this nourishment. Stars over, there's inspiration. Strength of yours is no bravery, so you're being scared. High Priestess over, you're using your inner voice. Exactly. You have to show your inner voice, Gemini. Like, that's what it is, because when you have no strength, you're basically being scared, right? It's like, why I'm doing this, why I'm being, having the, being so scared, right? It's the way how it is, but the way this is, it's like, why you keep doing it? Why would you have this, how it is in that way, and thinking like, I don't like this. Well, why, you're not trying to be so stupid. You're not trying to do that, Gemini, right? I'm not calling you stupid. I'm not. But the reading is, it's like, you have to do what you can, Gemini. You have to focus on that, right? So you have to understand that when you're focusing on your inner voice, go ahead and do it. That's what it seems to be, okay? Now, let me clarify this devil card for them. The Sun carriers, there's negativity. Fools over, there's change. Magicians, there's no skill. Terriers, there's no transformation. Wheel of Fortune is alright. So they're going to have good luck on their side. But when they're in negativity, that's how it goes. Negativity is basically bugging them, but that's how it goes. It's like, when they are in negative, leave them be, Gemini. Like, leave them be. Because the way of this is, if you're focusing on the way how it goes, just let it go. But if you keep doing it, and you have your own pressure point, and, this is how it goes, that's what it's going to be. So you have to improve yourself wisely to get a better view, right? That's how it goes. But when you keep acting like this, there's always a daily routine. And in that daily routine, you think back to yourself, like, well, I did something good, but then not, right? So for them, Gemini, you have to pay attention whether, if they want to focus on luck, and they want to have good luck on their side, that's what they're doing. But when they have negativity, it's never going to be good. It's not a good insight, right? It's like it's a bad seed, right? And when you have the bad seed, that's what it seems to be, right? It's not going to grow. It's not going to let them, decide. But that's how it goes, right? So it's like, if they keep acting like this, the more and more and more, Gemini, you have to pay attention to what they're feeling in that way, okay? Now, let me clarify this High Priestess card. Hermit Earth, you already have a soulmate. Empress, you want nourishment. The devil is already there's obsessions, addictions. Exactly. So between you and them, Gemini, both of you are focusing on another Capricorn, and you're focusing about, where you're having violence, they're having violence. This is how it goes. Violence is a bad thing, right? And when you have when you have violence and you're saying bad language, swearing and all that, it's never good to emphasize that. It's a worst case scenario, right? It's that, right? So I'm going to leave it be for that. So I'm going to clarify what's in the middle of this situation. So the Six of Wands reverse is no celebration. Fool reverse is no change. Those is reverse no obsessions, addictions. Six of Pentacles reverse is no kindness. Knight of Swords, it's alright. There's basically drama here. Exactly. So whoever is acting between you versus them, Gemini, you understand that, right? So you might be focusing on another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius at the same time. Okay? So when you're focusing about having no kindness and you're being unkind, there's something happening, right? It's like this is how it goes, and whether you face it in that reality, that's what it goes, right? You have to understand that, and you understand how it goes in that way. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to go from the middle to the right, middle to left. Three Pentacles already, there's excitement. Seven Wands reverse is no resilience. Eight Pentacles reverse is no perfection. Five Wands reverse is no chaos. Page Pentacles already, there's prospects. Hybrid reverse is no inner voice. Seven of Cups reverse is no delusion. Queen Pentacles are so Queen of Swords is upright. They want to show their independence. That's what they want. Okay, they want to show their independence because that's what they want to get in that way, right? So showing their independence, that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to clarify this Queen of Swords here. Nine of Swords reverse is no trauma. Page of Cups reverse is no loyalty. King of Cups reverse is no support. Star reverse is no inspiration. Two reverse is no progress. King Wands reverse is no passion. Death is upright, there's ending, so they're focusing on the Scorpio. For Cups, sorry, they want a distraction. Exactly. They want a distraction about all their negativity. They want a distraction because they're focusing on their Scorpio, and that's what they want. So for them, Gemini, I understand what you're going through, but they need to have a distraction. That's what they want. That's what they want to get in that way. In their focusing on how it goes in that way. Financially of how it goes. Right? That's what it's going to be. Between the middle and versus you. You have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, you're having bad luck. Nine Pentacles over, you're feeling comfortable. Six Pentacles reverse, there's no kindness. Exactly, you're being unkind. King Swords reverse, there's no knowledge. Queen Pentacles reverse, there's no stability. Nine Wands reverse, there's no fear. Here for reverse, there's no guidance. Seven Pentacles over, you're focusing on your career. Ace of Cups over, there's satisfaction. Gemini over, you're taking action. Queen Cups reverse, there's no empathy. Hangman is over, you want restrictions. Exactly, you want to be restricted. Ace of Pentacles over, you want growth. Ace of Wands reverse, there's no new beginnings. Four of Swords over, there's recuperation. Yeah, you want to recuperate from what happened and what's in the middle of the situation. King Pentacles over, there's security. Seven Pentacles over, there's bravery. Ten Cups reverse, there's incompletion. Ace of Swords reverse, there's a misunderstanding. Exactly. Ten of Swords reverse, there's no conclusions. Moon reverse, there's no misrotations. Five of Swords is over, there's conflict. Exactly. So, the universe is saying that when you have conflict, things are not going as planned. Things are not going as they seem to be. But the way this is how it goes. So whether you decide about what's going on that way, this is how it goes in that way, right? So the way how this is, Gemini, I understand what you're going through because the universe is saying that, you have conflict between you versus them. It's like you are basically dealing with an Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Like, you have to understand what you're going through, right? It's the way how it works, but you have to do this. It's like you're not playing games, but seriously, you are playing games. You need to stop it because whatever you're saying about bad language, if you're saying swear words, if you are, you know, how it goes, and there's always a misunderstanding. There's something that was happening between you versus them, right? It's like if you had a fight, if you did something that you shouldn't be doing or whatever it is, and you were having a good conversation, and now things all caught off, whatever it is, for them, they are focusing on their Scorpio. Like, they want to focus on their Scorpio. They want a distraction. They want things to be happening going their way. For you, Gemini, you need to have recuperation. You want rest. You want things to happen going your way. So it all depends on what you're going through in that way, but you have to do that, right? So this is what it's going to be. So I hope you all like this video. Try to give a like in the comments and enjoy, because it's the way it works, and you have to understand that. So this is what it's going to be. But the way this is, in that way, you have to go with the flow, and you have to pay attention, because there's always a good saying is slow and steady wins the race, and that's what you need to do. So the way this is, you have to understand that you have to balance things out. You have to have your own way, but that's how it goes. So I hope you all like this video. Try to give a like in the comments and enjoy, and this is the way it works, but this is how it's going to be. So this is how it goes. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, 12, and I'll see you next time I do, and that's how it goes, and that's what it's going to be. So thank you very much. Thank you. Bye for now, Ray. Thank you, and thanks, and bye.